Question on logical reasoning. Statement. Unable to manage with the present income, Chamanlal has decided to venture into real estate business. And the assumptions given are real estate business is risk free. Second, the present business he is in is not lucrative. The third statement, real estate business offers high profits to all investors. Now, in this case, assumption, you must understand one thing. Assumption is something which indirectly supports the conclusion. That is, if you say no to assumption, the statement should become meaningless. So, that is the fundamental thing what you should note here. Now, why this man is unable to manage the present income? That means the business he is in may not be profitable. So, second statement is a probable one. Now I'll go to the first one. Real estate business is risk free. So leave aside the common sense part and the universal truth. For such, see, no business is totally risk free. This all of you know very well, but still it is making a universal statement. Without any risk, there cannot be any business. So it is violating the fundamental principle. Therefore, one cannot be assumed. It cannot be the right assumption at all. Look at the third one. Real estate business offers high profits to all investors. The trick the examiner used here is all investors. It all means what? Even a small kid also can invest. Does it mean that he's also going to get profits and all that? So actually, whoever invests will immediately get it. No. It all depends upon various market conditions and all that. Therefore, all investors is the tricky word examiner has used. If it is mentioned relatively or few or some, many, majority, if such safe words are used, then it would have been definitely an implicit one. But the examiner used the word all, this makes it unsuitable to assume. Therefore, we can only say that second statement alone is implicit. Therefore, the best option here is A.
Problem, it is given that P, Q and R can complete a piece of work in 30, 60 and R days respectively, and R lies between 30 and 60, including 30 and 60. Now he is asking which of the following cannot be the number of days taken by Q and R together to complete the work. Now P can complete the work in 30 days, so his 1 day work is 1 by 30. Q can complete the work in 60 days, so his 1 day's work is 1 by 60. Now let R can complete the work in R days, whose 1 day's work will be 1 by R. Now the minimum number of days in which R can complete the work is 30, as it is given as 30 less than or equal to R less than or equals to 60. So if it is 1 by R, I mean if I consider the minimum value, 1 day's work will be 30. Now we need the combined work done by Q and R. So Q can complete the work in 1 by 60 days plus R, let us say, in 30 days. So 1 day 1 by 30, which is nothing but 3 by 60, which is 1 by 20. So Q and R can complete a work in 20 days if we consider R as 30. Similarly, I'll consider R as 60, which is the maximum number of days which he'll take. So 1 by 60 plus 1 by 60, which is nothing but 2 by 60, which is nothing but 1 by 30. So Q and R, in this condition, they'll complete the work in 30 days. So the minimum number of days in which Q and R can complete the work is 20 and the maximum number of days is 30. So it cannot be less than 20 or it cannot be more than 30. Now if I look into the options, 20 is okay, 25 is okay, 27 is okay, but 31 is exceeding 30, which cannot be the number of days. So the answer is D. A bird is flying at 15 kilometers per hour between the engines of two trains of length 1000 meters each and traveling towards each other with speeds 40 and 60 kilometers per hour. When the distance between the train engines is 350 kilometers, the bird was started to fly. Now we have to find the distance traveled by the bird until the trains crossed each other. So let us assume two trains T1 and T2 whose speeds are 40 kilometers per hour and 60 kilometers per hour, and they are approaching each other. That means they are traveling in opposite directions. The length of each train is given as 1000 meters, that is 1 kilometer. Now, if the distance between these two trains is 350 kilometers, a bird which is flying in between started flying. And we have to find the distance traveled by this bird until these two trains crossed each other. So, in order to find the distance traveled by this bird, we have to know the time of the bird which traveled between these two trains. So, in order to find the time, so we have to know the time between the two trains when they have overcrossed. Time taken to cross each other is nothing but the length of trains plus distance between the trains by their relative speeds. As they are approaching each other, the relative speed will be plus 60 plus 40. Now, which is equals to 350 is the distance and 2 kilometers is the length of two trains by 100, which is nothing but 3.52 hours. So, these two trains took 3.52 hours to cross each other. Now, the distance traveled by the bird is nothing but speed into time. Speed of the bird is given as 15 kilometers per hour and the time taken is 3.52. Now, if we multiply, it will be 52.8 kilometers. So, the distance traveled by the bird is 52.8 kilometers. So, in this problem, it is given that P, Q, R, S and T are the positive numbers which satisfies the relation P by Q plus Q by R plus R by S plus S by T plus T by P is equals to 29 by 7, and is asking which of the options is correct. Now, let us use the property of arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Now, we know that arithmetic mean will be always greater than or equal to geometric mean. Now, if I consider the numbers as P by Q, Q by R, R by S, S by T and T by P as 5 numbers, their arithmetic mean will be P by Q plus Q by R plus R by S plus S by T plus T by P by 5 will be equal to 5th root of P by Q into Q by R into R by S into S by T into T by P. Now, if we simplify, it will be P by Q plus Q by R plus R by S plus S by T plus D by P greater than or equals to 5, since this product is nothing but 1. If it is greater than or equal to 5, that means the value of P by Q, Q by R, R by S plus S by T plus T by P must be always greater than 5 or minimum equal to 5. But they have given P by Q plus Q by R plus R by S plus S by T plus T by P as 29 by 7, which is less than 5. So, according to this relation, it should be equal to 5 or greater than 5. Less than 5 does not exist. That means there will be no such numbers which satisfies this relation. So, answer is option D. Production of cotton in 1000 tons in 5 states during 3 years is given in this chart. Now, the straight lines, the horizontal lines represents 96, 97, the production of cotton in 96, 97, whereas the empty space represents 97, 98 production, and the cross lines represents 98 and 99 production. Now, let us look into the question. He is asking the combined production of state E for all the 3 years together is approximately what percent of the combined production of A. He is asking production of E is what percent of production of A combinedly. Now let us see the production of E, that is combinedly. What is the total production of E here? 8 plus 14 plus 7, that is 29, and it is in 1000 tons, so 29,000 tons. Now similarly, the combined production of A is 66, 30, 20, 41. So the production of A, that is combinedly, is 41, that is 1000 tons. Now we need the percentage. So required percentage is nothing but 29,000 tons by 41,000 tons into 100. If we simplify, it will be approximately 70%, which is nothing but option C.